Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So in today's AFK journey video, I'm going to talk about Trial of Abyss, which is the latest game mode to be added into the game. So this game mode was previously launched until stage 120. I think in sync together with the global server, they increased the level cap for this game mode from level 120 to level 300. So I'm going to use my main account on the PTR server to speed run through it and then talk about all the possible rewards you can get, as well as my personal thoughts about this game mode. So with that, let us skip towards the end of the speed run. Whew. Okay, let me take off my specs. Okay, so we are finally done with the speed run. Right, before I give my own opinions as well as talk about the level 300 speedrun experience and then what can be improved, I'll include the list of resources I get from level 121 to 300 on the left hand side, so you guys can refer to it to know how much stellar crystals you'll be getting, how much hero essence, tidal essence, or even your temporal essence you guys were getting. So these are all the late game goodies. These are the stuff that you want to use to upgrade your units. So also include the battle montage from 121 towards 300 right at the bottom. So just now I included some for the last few stages, pretty fast montage, and then we reach this part of the video. But in general, let's talk about my experience about this game mode. So from somebody who has been in the end game for quite a while with a pretty stacked up account, I think in general the challenges didn't pose too much of a challenge to my account, because I have the strongest content pushing comp. I also have the levels to overcome the proficiency deficit, so that the pushing contents from 121 to 300 was not that tough. In fact, it only took me about an hour to finish 180 stages. So I think maybe for the global players, the experience will be slightly different, because for PDR players, as you guys can see, there's quite a few people that are already past 300. So some of these players are not exactly heavy spenders. They're just players who have been playing for a really long time. So they have the units as well as the account optimization to reach 300 ASAP within the day where the update was released. So I guess it's something which I think the global players will have a different experience, because you guys are climbing up from 240, right? And then you slowly progress. You won't really be able to speed run from level 1 to 300 in one day unless you're a mega whale or a kraken in the game, right? Because the higher level you go, the higher levels the opponent's unit are, the higher proficiency deficit you'll be facing. So it'll become more and more challenging. The units per se, they don't have EX weapon, neither do they have their Ascension skill or Supreme Plus skill. So it's just levels as well as like the team comms that are suppressing you in terms of the challenge itself. I won't talk too much about the difficulty. I think from somebody who probably just finished the last quest, for somebody who just finished chapter 4, this will definitely be a challenging end game content for you guys. But for me, not so much. Okay, managed to clear it really fast with the strongest content pushing comp. So that's that. In terms of the rewards, I think all the rewards given are really useful, right? I think from 0 to 1 to 0, they give you some forging stones as well, which allows you to hit your equipment 240 faster, and that will definitely help in terms of your pushing for the Abyss ranks itself. And in terms of Stellar Crystals, always helpful. Hero Essence always useful, because once you reach 240, you have Resonance Synergy, so you need Hero Essence for that. And then for Temporal and Tidal Essence, they are both useful throughout the game, because you need it to upgrade your EX weapon. So that's that. So generally, rewards wise, I'm fine with it. In terms of the ranking system, let's talk about the ranking system. I think one thing about the ranking system, at least from my perspective, is I feel that other than just ranking people based on how fast they reach, I mean, like, you know, rank people by the order where they reach floor 300, right? Instead of that, they can rank people based on how fast the account take to reach floor 300. So maybe like a timing system. So it makes it such that you are rushing to the stage with the best comp, with the best strategizing, rather than just using like a really overpowered comp, right? Like, people are telling me, oh, CCL is good, CCL very, very good, you know? Like, no offense against all the CCL lovers, okay? But CCL is uber slow. If you go by a time-based challenge, right? CCL's never gonna catch up, okay? You have faster units out there, and CCL is a very slow one, okay? And the thing is, this is where strategizing, min-maxing, as well as building the correct team matters, rather than just having like stats, rather than just having the units to sort of overpower the enemy just because, yeah, my unit is Paragon 3-4, you know, pushing content and stuff. But the unit is not very strong, it's just because your units have the higher tier. So that's what I will appreciate. Like, instead of by the order who reach the highest level, probably by the timing the account takes to reach the highest level. So then that will be something where people might want to strategize towards in terms of rushing to 12 Abyss rankings. Obviously, I think it doesn't really matter if you're somebody who's a free-to-play or a mid-low spender, because there's no rewards for you to fight for, right? This is clearly an endgame whale ranking kind of thing. Like, I think for the whales who wants to prove that, you know, they are the best, right? They have the best account, then they will be rushing towards these 12 Abyss. So that's speaking from somebody who spends in the game, speaking from somebody who speaks to quite a few whales spenders who wants more challenge, to want to prove their strategy, to want to prove how strong they actually is, right, in the game itself. So that's just my take in terms of ranking. I think that's something they can improve upon. How fast you clear the stage is one thing, right? How fast you take to clear individual stages, and then add the timing together, that could be another way to improve this ranking system. But I mean, other than that, it doesn't really matter that much, because there's no rewards. It's purely for the ego purposes. Okay, so that's for the rankings. Next, let's talk about the rewards. Okay, I am done with it, so I can't really show anything much except for this page. So in terms of the rewards, I think everything is fine. Stellar Crystal is, I'll say, slightly underwhelming, because I was expecting a little bit more, but that's just being slightly greedy. Okay, it's not that much of a deal, right? As you guys can see on the side, they give quite a lot throughout. And since the ranking doesn't give rewards, I would definitely have appreciated if they give a little bit more, clearing such a difficult content, right? So like I mentioned earlier, it's not that difficult for my account, but for somebody who is climbing up from level 240, it will definitely be way more challenging. So it will be more satisfying if you're able to get slightly better rewards after clearing such a difficult content. So this is definitely a really difficult content. Okay, don't get me wrong, just because I'm stronger and clear fast doesn't mean that it's easy. It's just that my account is stronger. But the reward side, there's just a minor nitpicking, not that crucial. Like, I personally feel that it's enough. It's just that it could be better, obviously. The next one is with regards to the battling system. Okay, so there's a few things which I think they can definitely improve upon. Number one, maybe they can sort of have a default team format, like, you know, like maybe, okay, this is the positioning that I use on this map. I click on it, and then they have a save file, right, where they remember how you place the unit. So you don't have to manually shift your unit, because what I realized is on certain stages when they change the map out, the unit just fly all over the place and you have to manually move it. So combine the fact that you have to manually end the battle after you finish off everything and then start the battle again, it's quite cumbersome. It's quite cumbersome, because I was speed running, okay? I did it under 1 hour. So let's say if you're somebody who is clearing from the bottom towards you know, upwards, maybe it's not that much of an issue for you because you won't be clearing as many stages as I did. I did 180, so it's quite a lot. I would definitely have appreciated if there was like this sort of quality of life or just make life easier sort of stuff. I think moving forward, I'm pretty sure they'll add it. I'm pretty sure if more people feedback about it, they will also add these features eventually, right? Even if it's like a color content that's supposed to take time, but these are just things which will definitely make the whole thing more enjoyable. And in general, I think Trial of Abyss is basically a harder version of Legend Trial, right? Where you have everything unlocked. And I'll say maybe a harder version of AFK challenge if you put it that way. So moving forward in the future, I think this game mode could get harder. Obviously, having more stages or having units unlock their EX weapons or their ascension skills accordingly as you progress deeper into the trials itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this game mode. This is just my personal thoughts after clearing Trial of Abyss 300. Yeah, speed running through has been fun. Would definitely appreciate if they can give me a ranking based on how fast I cleared it so I can prove that my strategy is the better one. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe in order to see more AFK journey contents from the channel, and I'll see you guys again in my other videos. Bye guys.